Welcome back to Movies Reloaded. Today we have a great one, where rich people gather at a remote location to hunt humans for sport. With no further delay, let's get it. Athena, a woman, is shown sitting at her workstation and sending texts. When they begin discussing the manner and the hunt, she is texting with her pals and sharing memes. A stewardess approaches a man and inquires about his interest in food. She mentions that they have caviar, but he declines and continues to enumerate foods that can only be prepared in a kitchen. When the stewardess informs him of this, he responds with a snide remark and requests champagne. When she returns to begin pouring it after going to get it, a man suddenly wanders inside, startling her and the others. An elder man comes up and attempts to soothe the stumbling man by telling him he is a doctor as the champagne man announces that one of them is awake. To everyone's shock, he makes him lie down on the towels and stabs him. Since the man is still alive, he starts throwing bottles until Athena enters and stabs him with her shoe. The others make some reference to it not even having begun, but she adds that there is no tenderness in battle as she dries her sneaker. The previous elder man carries the tripping man into a different portion of the aircraft. Despite being still alive, he calls for assistance, but regrettably the blonde woman he contacts is unconscious. The same woman later awakens outside with a gag in her mouth that she is unable to remove. Standing up, she notices another woman using a gag as a makeshift compass across a river. She gives her a little nod of recognition before vanishing just as a man passes by behind the first woman. He leads her to a field that has a huge crate in the midst of it. A few more people may be seen walking toward the box. The man proceeds to open it despite one of them warning him that it's a trap. Others stay hidden. A pig escapes from the crate when he opens it, and he then looks inside and takes out a rack of guns. Everyone in the field, including the previous blonde, moves toward the crate. She unlocks the gags and frees one of the trapped individuals. Nobody is aware of what is occurring. They all hide when someone starts shooting at them out of nowhere. The blonde appears to have avoided a shot before being shot unexpectedly. One of the players on the field attempts to shoot at the previous shooting location but is also dead. Still hidden are the others. One of the guys sees a woman running out and falling in a ditch. He rushes to aid her but finds her impaled but still alive. As they run after he helps her up, he unexpectedly stumbles on a landmine. They blow up. Another man is able to flee the shooting. He arrives at a fence. He almost shoots the person who comes up, but it turns out that man was the one who opened the package. Two more people advance on them. Except for the box man, they all scale the fence. The minute he decides to confront his assailants after being speared, he is fatally shot. The other three manage to get away and reach a gas station. The folks who own the business believes the visitors are robbers. The man in the blue shirt claims that he only wants to know his location and does not want their money. He is informed that Arkansas is where he is. When he requests for a phone to call the police, they respond that they will track the call and arrive shortly. The woman bites into a cookie and chokes on it right away, as if it were poisoned. The couple suddenly dons gas masks and launches a smoke grenade at them. The man kills the blue shirt before he can shoot them. They use the grenade to choke the second person before killing him as well. She opens the petrol station's vents. They clean it up later and dispose of the bodies. When the woman notices the wedding band on the blue blouse, she becomes upset. She is told by her husband that it doesn't matter because he is undoubtedly a nasty man. Perhaps even employs the N-word. When they hear a call on the radio, the couple is still arguing about the nuances of racism. They identify the hunted they were able to kill for the woman on the other end, and she alerts them to the fact that another hunted is heading in their direction. She approaches the gas station as they prepare it and enters to find them prepared and smiling at her. When she requests for a box of cigarettes and receives some cash for an emergency, Crystal then inquires as to her location. As she receives her change, the woman responds to her, but Crystal sees something's off and strikes them. Before killing the wife, she takes the shotgun from under the counter and murders the husband first. After searching the gas station for the bodies, Crystal grabs some rubber bands and ammunition. She leaves the station after putting her jacket down. She goes to investigate the truck that is in front of her. She first notices that the plates are false and that underneath are Croatian ones. Then she discovers a tripwire linking the device and the door. She grabs the radio and listens to the others talking while hiding in the bushes. They can't locate the pair from the station, so they're hunting for her. Someone shoots down the drone that was sent to inspect the station. As the person who shot the drone approaches and continues to crush it, Crystal stops him and informs him that the drone is rigged before he can get to the truck. She then starts going towards some train lines she had earlier seen, telling him that by firing the drone, he effectively informed them that they were at the petrol station. A man pursues her. He claims to have a theory as to why they are there and why they are being sought for. He had apparently read about a gang of liberal elites that abduct people and transport them to a manor so they may be hunted down. Crystal doesn't particularly concur with his hypothesis. She tells the man to run so they can catch up to the incoming train after she hears it. When they board the train, they discover a group of immigrants hidden inside. They are not real, the man claims. They are crisis actors. They don't speak English either. Once more, Crystal is not persuaded by his theories. The military police stop the train abruptly and begin searching the compartments. The immigrants, together with Crystal and the man, give up. The man chooses to inform one of the cops that he and the other person are Americans and that the refugees are only crisis actors as the police are frisking them. When one of the immigrants speaks to the man in fluent English with an American accent, the officers, who don't speak English, move aside. The dude freaks out when he claims they don't believe him. He is the sole actor, the immigrant explains, so he must calm down. While everyone else runs for cover, the man attacks him and stuffs a grenade in his pants. The man loses it. After that, Crystal is being driven to a refugee camp in a truck. She is brought before an officer there, who requests her identification. When they don't respond to her question about where she is, she starts speculating and eventually determines that she is in Croatia. To contact the American embassy, she requests. Don, a different victim of the same hunt that she was, is instead brought in. Don continues to discuss the same theories with her as he did with the other guy as the two of them head to the camp kitchen for food. Unexpectedly, a representative from the American embassy arrives to pick them up. They are later spotted accompanying him on a ride in the forest. Don has told him everything about their situation, and the official is startled. He says he'll get in touch with the military and the State Department to track down the people who hunted them. When Crystal notices the man is acting strangely, she knocks him out and forces him out of the vehicle. She then tramples on him and kills him. In his jacket, she finds a gun. Don freaks out that she killed the official as she searches through the trunk, but when he opens it, he finds the other man she was with earlier dead. Don claims that he believes they are the last two left after she discovers a map. She refuses Don's request to leave in the automobile. She intends to use the map to track out the individual stalking her and take revenge. When the pig reappears unexpectedly, she begins to tell him a grisly tale her mother used to tell her. The group of people chasing them is debating about what is and isn't politically correct inside the bunker. They have a consultant who is a soldier among them. He begs them to stay quiet, but all they do is tease him. Over the radio, Athena's voice can be heard instructing them to stop talking. One of them goes outside to relieve himself, but Don distracts him with the pig, and Crystal murders him when he reaches a tree. The crew detects noise coming from outside their bunker. They barely comply with the soldier's directions as to what to do. They all react in fear by shooting the pig when Don drops it inside. When suddenly Crystal kills one of the men and opens fire on the others, the woman is furious that they killed the pig. She stabs the woman after rendering the soldier helpless. She struggles with another man for a rifle, but he removes the ammunition. She fires him after finding another bullet in the chamber. The last one is also killed once she approaches the sniper. She believes she has them all in hand until the soldier suddenly tackles her and they start to fight. He is not killed when Crystal takes a pipe out of the saline and hits him with it. The woman still exists and still refers to her as a hick. When Don arrives, Crystal grabs a gun and prepares to shoot the woman. Crystal instructs him to ask the woman why they were torturing them once he discovers a gun. Don intervenes to stop Crystal from killing the woman after she offers a foolish response, arguing that she should be spared because she is a woman. When the woman replies that she shouldn't receive mercy merely because she is a woman, Crystal shoots her. When Athena asks him if he got Crystal on the radio and aims her rifle at him in response, Don flips out. Athena keeps asking what's going on over the radio, to which he replies that he's not one of them. Don begs her not to believe the woman on the radio, as she orders Don to kill Crystal, but she nevertheless shoots him. Don is dead, Crystal tells Athena, and Athena urges her to come fetch her. Before she asks the soldier where Athena is, Crystal sits down next to him and strikes up a friendly chat. He tells her where she is hiding when she promises not to give up and pressures his wound. He informs her of the details but warns her that she spent months getting ready for the search. Crystal also ends his life. We go back in time to Athena's office from a year ago, where two employees are waiting for her. They discuss the text message she sent regarding the hunt. They inform her that while she claims it was merely a joke, some people actually think it is true. Athena chuckles. He insists, however, that she resign from her post because it could result in a PR nightmare. She requests a list of the individuals who have spread the myth that she hunts people. Another flashback takes place 8 months before the hunt, when the organization is selecting the hunters. They find it difficult to decide, but Athena instructs them to go on. As the man reading the slides reads Crystal's comments on Athena, an image of her appears on the slide. She becomes her ultimate foe after she becomes enraged. Crystal is currently moving toward a manor. On the intercom, Athena warns her that she will turn on the C4 under the gate if she doesn't leave her gun there. Crystal then enters while still holding the rifle. As Crystal warily enters the home and sees the photos of herself and the others on Athena's wall, Beethoven can be heard playing in the background. In the kitchen, Athena is preparing food while she waits for her. She queries whether she murdered Don, but she remains mum as to whether he was one of them. While Athena appears to be unaware of Crystal's identity, Crystal doesn't appear to be aware of hers. When she explains why she started the hunt, Crystal teases her for doing it for the wrong reasons, bringing the conversation full circle and confirming the conspiracy hypothesis. Additionally, she has the incorrect Crystal. Another Crystal with the same last name as her was the person who published the horrible conspiracy theories about Athena online. When all is revealed, Crystal seizes a knife and pursues Athena. They engage in fierce combat and are equal in power and endurance. Athena is attacked by Crystal with everything she can find, including a pricey bottle of champagne that she manages to save from breaking. Athena grabs a shotgun and chases the woman up the stairs after she kicks her over the fireplace. Crystal throws her down the stairs and jumps down while they struggle for the rifle. Next, Athena grabs a knife and stabs Crystal. After a brief battle outdoors, they return to the kitchen where Crystal stabs Athena with a vegetable cutter. As Athena kicks Crystal, Crystal grabs her and stabs her with the other side of the cutter. Crystal lives while Athena perishes. She rises, consumes the toast and uses a blowtorch to cauterize the wound. She grooms herself, dons one of Athena's gowns, and slips on some of her shoes. She grabs the pricey champagne before leaving. When she steps outside, she spots Athena's private plane. When she enters the aircraft, she tells the stewardess and the captain that she killed their superiors and demands that they take her home while pointing a gun at them. The stewardess makes a snack and some champagne while she sits down. She is welcome to dine and drink with Crystal. Thank you for watching. Why don't you consider subscribing while you're here? We have the best recaps around and would love to have you part of our community. Thank you and see you in the next one.